8:30. Did so much napping yesterday that it's become a habit now. I can just lay comatose all day. I think the bed situation is drastic. 4 slices. Normally I would put this back and go for a drive and get another loaf and come back and start the day. I'm going to have breakfast now and transfer some files while I'm doing so. And I'm thinking, if I have chili con carne before a couple of hours before 8 PM today, then I might pop out afterwards and get it. Or, depending how I feel after the file transfer and the breakfast, I might go out then. There's not much to wash. It's only a plate and a mug to wash and a bread knife. So I am back on sandwiches again. And I wasn't overly excited by it yesterday, but I did enjoy it. Probably was sore throat afterwards though. Don't know why. I haven't got the heaters on or anything. And my latest utility bill, electricity bill, was less than 100 this month. But I did put the radiators on a few days ago, so it might shoot up again. Probably will. So this is the situation. Baked beans, which I'm about to have now. And what's left? These are the only 2 cans left. Spaghetti in tomato sauce, which is backup for tomorrow's breakfast, and this will serve in place of chili con carne later. So it looks like I may be taking a trip after breakfast. Yes. now the fun starts. There you go. I decided to go out before breakfast. Am I predictable or am I predictable? The ESK was a success. The queue was still long, but it was a short queue, so it was worth it. A bit of my tongue as well. Anyway, that's irrelevant to the story. In that, I've managed to get 2 items. I've got some soap. I'm down to my last 2 bars, but I hardly use soap because I've got hand wash. I'm on my last hand wash, so I got soap from the SK and hair gel. This is the heavy lock, I think it's called. The one I've got is the wet look. The bags falling over in the passage. So I only got those 2 items. They didn't have any hand gel or hand wash. So that's it, just 2 items really. However, I have been to a supermarket and got the bread, chili con carne, beans, no problem. Small ready sorted crisps, but so many ready sorted crisps that there's no danger of running out or starving. What else? I got 2 bread. I figured there's 20 slices I could have, and the expiry date is in 5 days. So I've got 2 bread. So I thought I'm going to have 10 slices a day, which works out to be 2 for breakfast, 2 for lunch, 2 for a snack, like marmalade on toast. I've got marmalade, I'm not using it, so 2 for marmalade, and 4 for the sandwich in the evening. That reminds me, one of the fillings is cheese, which I got today as well, but I had, as you saw in yesterday's video, if you saw yesterday's video that is, I said yesterday's video, I meant, I have to say the day. I should say the last video before this. I don't know. No, I should say the day's video, which was Tuesday's video. Yes, Tuesday's video. No. In a previous video, probably the last video, the video before this, I'm pretty sure, right towards the end of the clip, I was doing chili, it was really difficult. Anyway, I was doing chili con carne on toast. But before I put the chili on the toast, I put 2 cheddars, just for the sake of it really. I didn't imagine later on how tasty that was. I could taste it and I thought, oh, what's this? This is something else. I thought, do you know what? I'm going to have a slice of cheese with every canned meal. So now when I have breakfast, I'm going to have toast, slice of cheese on each, beans on top, and the same with chili con carne. Obviously I won't do that with marmalade, although I'll just give myself an experiment for the future. So I'm going to stock up on cheese. It's quite pricey, they're $1.75, but you get 10 slices and they're mature, they're strong, you know. I love strong cheese, strong cheddars. What else did I get? I couldn't get pink grapefruit juice, they'd sold out. Well, the shelf was empty, it wasn't officially sold out. However, spaghetti and tin tomatoes, they were officially out of stock. And I think that's about it. I've got a packet of crinkly crisp as well. It was the non-meaty variety, so you've got cheese and onion, salt and vinegar, and ready salted, I think. I'm pretty sure. But they're crinkly. And I've got a hand wash as well. So I've got a backup, which is good. I've got brown sauce. I couldn't get tomato sauce, so that was a pain. So I do use tomato sauce on the baked beans. But I should have enough. If I went out, I went out. I mean, I could have got a brand baked beans, but that's way over £1, you know, it's not worth it. In fact, it's over £2, I believe. Was it nearly £3? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm back now. So it's unpacking. There isn't much to wash, only a plate and a knife and a cup and a glass. And make the breakfast, listen to the radio, local radio. They're churning out some good tunes at the moment. The year is 1991. They said they were going to play Will Smith's Summertime, which is my favourite, one of my favourite songs. It's really a song you can connect to, you know. Not is it the best summer song in my opinion, but I've always thought summer doesn't start until you've heard Summertime. But I think I was in ESK at the time, so they must have played it. So yeah, so that make the breakfast, listen to the radio, have the breakfast. Yeah, I've already seen Tuesday's video. I'm watching all the dramas now. I saw Wisting. I already talked about Wisting because his job title is Chief Investigator. Carrie Ann Moss is an FBI agent. So it's one of these serial killer thrillers, which is brilliant. And yeah, I watched the other one as well, the other Scandinavian drama called Twin, and it's the guy from Game of Thrones. I can't remember what he's one of the tribesmen, I think, in the he plays one of the tribesmen in, I think is it the ice world, the snow world. Who are trying always to get through the toll, trying to cross the border, if you like. Yeah, he's in it. He plays twins, and but they are estranged, but they live in the same town. Same. It's not really a city. It's probably a town. I think it's in Norway. But it's beautiful. It's oh no, I'm thinking of the Wisting had very snowy landscape. Twin, I don't think I saw snow. I don't think it's that cold either because he's into surfing, windsurfing. Yes, they're estranged brothers, and of course one's doing well and one's not, but is more a free spirit, and it takes a drastic turn of events which turns everything around. I don't want to say too much and spoil it, but I think it's going to be a psychological drama rather than a thriller. Well, I mean, sort of a crime caper. In a sense, it is in a way a crime caper. There are going to be investigations here. So yeah, thinking of it from that angle. So I saw that. I saw the rest of Gangs of London, episode 1. I'm not sure about Hitmen. It's I don't know. It was just say it. It's not funny. Didn't find it funny at all. Didn't laugh. It was silly, but it's all the ingredients, you know. Laid back hitman and strange characters. Right, and silly dialogue. But it's not funny. Am I going to give it a go? I'll probably watch the second one. If it really rubs me up the wrong way so that I can't watch it, then I won't. But I like the two actresses in it. Can't think of Mel Guttrick and the other one. I can't remember her name. Yeah, she's in everything. In Bake Off. Is the other one in Bake Off as well? Because they are a double act. They've been a double act since the mid to late 90s, you know. They were hit with the students. Can't remember her name, isn't that terrible? A, B, C, A, E, E, F. Okay, Google. Who are the presenters of Great British Bake Off?
The Great British Bake Off is presented by Mel Giedroyc, Sue Perkins and others.
Yeah, the double act do present GBBO, Sue Perkins. Do you know, the moment I said Sue popped up into my head. but not the surname, but Sue did. There you go. So yeah, I like those two, and it's good that a double act like that gets to make dramas, comedy dramas, or dramas. That's it. It should have been a drama, but with a comedy element to it. Trying to be funny for the sake of it. Or were they? To be fair, they did play it straight. And normally that works. So it's down to the script, I guess. Yeah. And I want to encourage that, I want them to do more stuff like that. Like Morecambe Wise did. They went on to make films together. Wilt springs to mind. More ones from Outer Space. They weren't brilliant or successful, but you keep jabbing, one will get through, as Eddie Murphy said about Beverly Hills Cop 2. And so yeah, just hope these two will carry on making dramas and hopefully films. It's a nice thought, isn't it? So I will watch the second episode, see how it goes. I think there's a theme here, and the clue is a guest star. Each episode has a guest star. I wonder if it's that old chestnut. So yeah, I'll give second episode a go, and for all I know I might sit through it all. It's something to watch. They're likeable personalities. So I've seen that. I've seen all of it now. I've seen the first episode of all the dramas I've got built up. I guess I'm back on to... Oh no, there's one I haven't seen yet. Mark Ruffalo. So I watched that now with the baked beans. I'm nowhere near preparing breakfast right now. I'm still unpacking. But yeah, what's that one? It's from a Spando. It's from a lyric from True, isn't it? This much I know is true. It's called, or a variation of that. Yeah, so I watched that, and then I go back to watching, I think, Code 404, Gangs of London, Wisting Twin, or is it Wisting, then Hitmen, Twin, etc., etc., etc. It's just gone 4 p.m. so I'm going to have a coffee break. Yes, I've changed it around again. I suppose it is partly Finshui, but over there I was figuring. It's funny how I mixed two words together. Beginning to feel cold. So I thought I'd set up here, turn on the radiator, but as it happened, I was getting some warm rays coming through the blinds or shutters. So I said to myself, well, I'll wait till 4 o'clock and I'll take a break. And surely enough, that time has arrived. The export has started, and the time is 10 to 8. It's going to take 2 hours 45 minutes. So that means, oh my gosh, complicated. 17, 18, 19, eh? 19, 20, 21. I think 10:30 it could finish. I haven't done the thumbnail yet, so I'll do that while it's uploading. So 10:30, by 11:30 it should be out there in the interweb. Right, according to my schedule, it's time for something I've not had for ages, and that's marmalade on toast. Now that I've got 2 loaves, I better stick to the plan. Oh, my verdict on Mark Ruffalo's series on Sky Atlantic. It's called That Match. I know that much is true. I thought I was going to hear a Spandau Ballet song, to be honest, because at one point we hear Wham! And Everything She Wants. So I thought, okay, the next song is going to be true, but it didn't happen. I don't even know if there is a connection yet with Spandau Ballet. And my verdict? Well, I'd forgotten it was about a pair of twins played by Mark Ruffalo, and of course immediately I thought of the other drama I'm watching at the moment called Twin, the Scandinavian one, and it completely pulls apart. This one's not a crime caper yet. It is a psychological tale. I mean, there were police in it, but more of an escort rather than a hunt. And Juliette Lewis was in it in this episode. I don't know if she's in it all the way because it was just like a cameo. In fact, she was in the scene where they played the Wham song, and she was very good in it. But I think she has a schizophrenic personality, and I don't think we'll see her again in the show, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe she'll resurface. But yeah, Mark Ruffalo is. You know, in a previous vlog I said about this series and my admiration of Mark Ruffalo, because I think he's like a method actor, and I think he plays an he's playing twins, but one of the twins is an advertising person, a PR person, and he's watching an advert, one of his adverts, and he's on the phone to a colleague, and he was talking about the actor in the advert, and he sort of made references to Marlon Brando and Robert De Niro, and I thought, oh my gosh, fancy that. And he's me saying he's a method actor himself. Just another freak out moment. No, I like these little Easter eggs and little in-jokes. It's interesting. Right, so now I'm gonna make a couple of toast, have coffee and watch. I think the next one on the agenda is Back to Gangs of London. Right. That's next. I was sitting at the computer, then I could hear something about Cardinal. So I've just rewound it, and the third series of I think it's the third or fourth series of Cardinal is starting soon, but unfortunately it's the final series. Oh no. I was also in the middle of an upload which should finish about 20 past 11. I saw the Gangs of London. Again, there was a really impressive action set piece. And then I started watching Wisting, and I think I'm about 20 minutes in, and I just beginning to feel I felt a nap coming on, so I had a nap. And of course the alarm went off to say the export gesticulating, yeah, to say the stop it, to say the export had finished. But of course I hadn't done the thumbnail, so I had to sort that one out, and it's all done, so it's uploading now. So but then I broke away from the upload process when my ears were pricked on the hearing of Cardinal. Oh, I apologise for my hair, that's because I had a nap, and so it might be sticking up in certain places. I do have a double crown, by the way, so you might see the old Spartacus laugh curl. Yes. Right, question time's on, so I might have that on. I might go back to having a nap and listen to question time.